Yo, what is going on, y'all? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Super Villains Podcast. You already know it's the podcast where even if you are a superhero, you are a villain to someone. And we back with another episode, man. It's going to be a little short one, man. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can probably tell, my shirt look a little damp, man. I just came from the gym trying to get this weight up off me, man. But
that's a good excuse, so we ain't even mad.
Yeah. But we still gonna give y'all some good content today, man. So how you feeling, man? You good?
Man, good as I could be, dog. Rest in peace. And this one, Twitch. You know, you know him?
Yeah, man. It was actually probably the only season that I looked at of the show. So You Think You Can Dance?
Gotcha. Okay.
Which was the season that he was on. And that was years ago, because I think he's 40.
Yeah, he's 40.
So, you know, I'm pretty sure bro was maybe in his 20s, maybe mid-20s, late 20s.
I looked it up yesterday. He was like 25 when he was on the show.
Yeah. So that's how long ago that was. So about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
When he was on that show. And that was the only season that I ever looked at that bro was on, man. So RIP to Twitch, man.
Yeah.
You know, family, man. Don't necessarily know a lot about his personal life or anything like that, but from the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? Look like a brother that had it together, you know what I'm saying?
Like literally, like I think, of course, we all have our memories of people who committed suicide.
Yeah.
But I think in today's age, he is like gonna be the poster boy of everything looks fine,
right? Yeah,
but someone's battling demons outside of
absolutely.
Because he literally, I won't say had it all, but
he was in a great space.
Yeah, he was a great space from the outside. From the outside
looking in,
his beautiful house, beautiful family, married.
Yeah.
Seemed like the marriage was going good.
Like a good career, you know what I'm saying, going everything. On for him.
He's been on TV shows.
Was actually on Ellen all the time. He's like a regular on Ellen.
Ellen got canceled, but
yeah.
But besides that, I think he was on Jennifer Hudson's show like not too long ago.
Okay, gotcha.
So he's been like a regular. It's not like we forgot about him. And even looking at his Instagram, you see that like he's always promoting something.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's like. From the outside looking in, cause I don't want to project
you never
life,
know.
But from the look at it, looked like his career was still trending up even after living Ellen. Because some people, like for instance, when last time you heard of Ellen since they canceled her show?
Yeah.
But with him, he stayed kind of in the spotlight. So it's like, of course, you know, you go from a regular on a TV show, people see your face every day.
Yeah.
But people still sharing and watching your videos.
Right.
And you got millions of followers on Instagram.
He was definitely all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, from the outside looking in, don't necessarily know for sure, but from what I can see, brother was in a good space, man, with everything, man. And you just never know, like, the weight that somebody's carrying or you know, what they're going through mentally, man. So, absolutely, man, RIP to Twitch.
Shit, I had to check on my brother, ask him how many, because they were both born in 82, him and my brother. So, shit, I had to call my brother last night and ask him about his friends, like, who were your friends? He was like, his kids. Like, bro, you gotta, hey, I'll be your friend. I'll be your next friend.
Yeah, man.
Outside of your brother, I'll be your friend.
Bro. Like,
because you never know.
It's really important, bro. And as men, definitely as black men, we have to have a sense of awareness, man, to kind of be there for one another. Because even, you know what I'm saying, even with us being friends and people in our friend group, we don't necessarily check on each other to the degree of, hey man, you all right? Yeah. What's going on with you, bro? Like, you going through anything? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start doing that a little bit more, man. You know what I'm saying? Even I mean, at this age with us having families and all that, bro, we really gotta start just getting up and just hanging, bro. Just making each other feel better, bro. Just uplifting each other. That's really important, bro.
And I think too is like get out of the, and people might say this is inconsiderate, but from the outside, from my perspective, a lot of people were programmed. So people will ask me randomly, "Oh, how's the family?" In my mind, I it's like in the middle of a conversation. So it's like, "Oh, you're supposed to say that." That's like, oh, how you doing? How's the family?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like it's a script.
Yeah.
We really need to get onto like literally like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How's Jameer? Like,
Yeah.
talk about like the individual,
Yeah.
and instead of like running the script
Yeah.
and like truly like actually think about what we're saying, because like he even had the man had just posted his grandfather, his dad, his mom, his best friend he said his best friend in 25 years. So it's like, damn, and he didn't, and something was going on in this man's life where he felt like,
yeah.
And me and my wife had a conversation about that yesterday. We kind of got like a little, because I was like, it sucks because he did the one thing we're not supposed to do, in the sense we passing on bad things. So, because my wife was like, oh, he probably suffered from depression. That may be true, but now he definitely don't pass that on to his kids. Now they're gonna have some type of mental health issues, because how are they gonna look at Christmas anymore?
Yeah.
How do his kids?
Yeah, that's like
it's gonna be a trigger.
It's a constant stain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna have to try to find a way to work through, which is gonna be like,
because at the end of the day,
hard.
no matter what, my dad killed himself 2 weeks before, a week and a half before Christmas. That's
so every time December hit, bro. All right, once you get to the holiday season, yeah, that's tough.
Then
I hate to look at it that way, but
that's why I looked at because if you really think about suicide, and we're gonna try to be as sensitive positive when it comes to suicide, but when we talk about suicide, the people doing the suicide, I think they think that it's something that they can't suffer, that they can't deal with, right? But if you take a step back and internalize it, they keep on saying I. They're not even worried about like the other person, like how it's gonna affect everybody else. Like how's it gonna affect my kids? How's it gonna affect my mother, my father, my brother?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's kind of hard to generalize it that much.
Well, think about like
because at the final. And we definitely are trying to be sensitive to this topic, but like, because there probably are some people that do have these thoughts leading up to it, like, damn, man, like, I don't want to do this because I'm leaving this behind or that behind or whatever. But then some kind of way find the ability to go through with it. I mean, at the end of the day, you do kind of make the decision where it's like, like you say, I can't deal with whatever I'm dealing with. But I don't, just that one caveat I want to put in there, I don't want to make it seem like these people don't have like these thoughts.
No. I'm just saying, if you took a step back, because we're taught in life not to be selfish, right? And like in general, we're usually taught to think about others, right? And normal, like that's what you growing up taught to think about other people. Don't always be selfish. Always think what's name. And I was thinking, after thinking about this, because I was thinking like, when something like this happens, all you do is think about, damn, what could it have been, right? Because you never truly know unless he wrote a letter,
right?
Or you never truly know, so you always internalize, damn, what could happen?
Right.
And then the more I thought about it, I kept on thinking about, damn, committing suicide is literally like the most selfish thing you could possibly do, if you think about it. If you really like internalize it, and like I say, in a vacuum, I'm not saying like what's name, but if you think about the person committing suicide, because they're doing it for themselves.
I understand that, but it's like it's tough to generalize it to that degree, simply because you never know how much whatever that person's going through.
But you just said yourself, that person.
I know, but like in their minds.
In their minds.
Right. Yeah, in their minds. But like who are we to be like, damn, maybe that is too much, or maybe it ain't, you know.
Well, we all have, everybody has their own threshold of pain, of mental health, all that shit. So everybody could deal with certain things. But I'm just saying, looking at it from another point of view.
Gotcha.
Like looking
for
at
sure.
it, and not even another person like me, a stranger. I'm saying like he left a son.
Yeah, absolutely. No, like I definitely agree with you to some degree, because I can sit here and say that, but like, you know, and this is I guess this is where it's tough to find the emotional and it's tough to find the logic in this topic because there's a lot of both, right? And each one of them is a lot of both of those standpoints in this
and I'm not invalidating their feelings.
Right, absolutely.
I'm just saying that from a standpoint of when you kill yourself, you're doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. No, I've never heard somebody say I'm killing. Well, besides Jesus, I'm pretty sure there's other people too killing themselves for other things. But that's a sacrifice in a sense. Yeah. When you're putting the gun to your head or you taking the pills or however you decide to do it, and you're doing it, inflicting it on yourself, right. I feel like you're leaving. Like everybody has somebody, right?
Yeah,
and
hopefully
everybody has somebody. But somebody is always going to be a mother, a son, a daughter, or what's the name. And maybe there is nobody.
Yeah,
there's nobody out there for you. But I will say this. What if you were that person for somebody else and you decide, and that person thought about committing suicide, but they said, you know what? But Maine got me. Maine's my person. So dog, Maine is my living example of why I have something to live for. Then who do they have?
Right. But then.
So then what if that trickles onto them and they was like, well, damn, if he did this and that he was my person,
right?
Dog, what am I going to do now?
Yeah, no, listen, I definitely get it. It's definitely when we talk about these things, it's definitely best to try to get everything on the table.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
So we can scramble it around and try to figure out something about it, man. Because like I always go back to, and I've been saying, because I've been having some pretty good conversations with another friend of mine, and you know I always say this, man. It is hard to understand human beings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that is going to be one of the questions I think no matter what this podcast goes on to do that I always ask myself, and I really don't think we'll ever find that true answer for it, man, because it's like it's definitely some selfishness in it, but it's hard to say emotionally how much something was weighing on someone to the point to where if, and I hate this, this is such a touchy topic, man.
It's a touchy topic,
and I don't mean to.
It's a conversation.
Yeah, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody who has lost someone to this and who's dealing with this and who's dealing with these thoughts
right now.
But it's like it's hard to say. We can gauge whatever you're going through, and if you're right or wrong. We don't want anybody to go through this. Right?
Let me add this in. It's definitely, and this is just for me.
Yeah.
There's never a good reason to kill yourself. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's never a good reason to kill yourself. And I compared it to this yesterday when I was talking to my wife. Looking back on things now that I went through, and we all have gone through things that, and like I said, there's thresholds for everybody.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's little kids who killed themselves because a girl broke up with them.
Yeah,
or a bully, or what's name, right?
Yeah,
so we all have thresholds of what take us there, right?
Right.
Well, the thing is now looking at like when I felt a certain type of way, looking at when I was younger, and looking back on it as a 34-year-old, I could say like, damn. I can't believe I ever felt like that. Like, why would I? It's something so small.
Exactly,
why would I feel so small?
It's nothing worth taking your life. Your life means more
than you'll ever know.
That shit, man.
Yes,
you know.
And so for me, I feel like I understand that.
I just want to clear. I definitely agree that it's wrong to take your life. There's never a reason that should be strong enough to do that. You know. It's just tough, man. It's so touchy, and we here at Supervillains, we never run away from topics, man. But this is definitely one of those where it's like, you know, I don't ever want to make anybody feel a way about it just because it's like, damn.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just want people to realize that like through it all. And I've even done this before. I've literally told people put my number out on post on Instagram and like on suicidal things. Like, bro, I will talk to you. If you need somebody to talk to, I got a busy life, and I'll still talk to you because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this shit the other day. You were saying how you will never understand a human, and probably what we're gonna talk about on the next topic, but. Of course, something came up with talking to somebody about the the Megan Tory Lane thing, right?
Yeah.
And of course, people jump from side to side, men, women. And I was like, sometimes I don't even think we look back, because it's like in the black community, there's always a constant fight. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's hard being a black woman. Oh, it's hard being a black man. Oh, it's hard being this. It's hard being this. And my caveat to that is, it's just hard being not even black. It's hard being human, period.
Yeah.
Just being a human is hard. Life sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
It sucks. Sometimes life is unfair.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and people don't realize, sometimes stuff that benefits you dramatically affects somebody the other way.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, you may feel lucky you found $100 out there, and in your mind you're like, bro, I found $100 How lucky am I?
Yeah.
How blessed am I to find $100?
Yeah.
And you're
That's
saying
facts.
how blessed you are.
Yeah.
That $100 didn't grow there.
That's
It just didn't
facts,
grow.
man.
Like,
Listen.
somebody just lost $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, like, damn, this is gonna negatively impact somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we were, in a way, we're selfish, that we think like the world revolves around us and our happiness. And I think if we take a step back, like I said, just take a step back, because I'm not saying I got the answers, because I don't.
Yeah.
And everybody's been there in a dark place. Now, of course, like I said, there's thresholds, so I don't know how dark or dim it got, but we've all been in dark places where we felt like, damn, this shit is so fucking hard.
Yeah.
What if I wasn't here? What if like I could just stop this shit? What if I could just what if I could just give up? Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, we've all been there in some place of time. Sometimes we don't cry because of some, and then the thing is though, and like I say, just take it a day at a time, because the next day you may look at that. It might take one day. It might take damn fucking 14 years. And you might look back on that and being like, damn, shit, I'm still here.
Yeah. I made it through
That shit didn't even kill me. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying it like, I'm not in a bashing way. I'm just saying, if we could take a step back when we do have those thoughts and think about my death, who is it going to affect? This list, that take out a list and think about, not even think about people who you think care or don't care. They think about people in your life. Boom. Think about people in your life. And then if you want to, just write. Even if you think that they don't fuck with you, even if you got family members who don't call you, don't check on you, got busy life, don't what's the name, just think to yourself, or even have a phone conversation. Because I guarantee you, if you call somebody and tell somebody, I thought about taking my life today, and I thought about how it will impact you, I guarantee you, most people that have souls and stuff,
that's a 2 to 3 hour conversation.
They're gonna have a conversation with you, and they're gonna let you know that, you know what, my life has been busy. I'm sorry I haven't been doing this, but what could we do to make it better?
Yeah.
Most people ain't gonna be like, well, damn, shit, it really wouldn't affect me at all. And then, and if it did, cross that name out, go to the next person. Cause maybe it won't.
Oh, that's gonna be, I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be tough as hell when the nigga say it don't, and then cross it out.
Cross the name, because unfortunately, like I say, life is hard. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here who they gonna show up to the funeral. They're not gonna be in your life now when you need it. Just like I say, even if you have to get on the hotline, I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm free. Like, I'll give you my Google number right now.
Yeah.
Just hit me up. I'll pick up and say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, for sure. Man, I mean, I don't know if you can, but you know, at the end of this episode, like, we need to put that in there or something.
Yeah. We'll definitely,
because who knows, man, somebody who's looking at the supervillains might be struggling with that. And shoot, just to let y'all know right away, man, like, if you are and you just so happen to come across this video, don't be afraid to comment or some kind of way get in contact with us through our YouTube.
You definitely, if you comment, we definitely gonna get at you. We definitely gonna get at you.
Because listen, man, it's sometimes like you say, the world, you know, we go through this thing, we think the world revolves around us and just what we got going on, man. We'll let y'all know right now that the supervillains, which we are I'm Main, this is CK. And if you going through something, man, we'll make the time to have them conversations, man.
And then on top of that too, I'll be real with you. I'll be completely honest. Life sucks, and it is hard, and it's hard. It's hard as fuck. Sometimes you're gonna feel like giving up, but I guarantee you, if you last one more day, if you just say one more day, every day, just one more day, life is gonna get better. Life, it has to. It has to get better. It has to get better.
That's good stuff.
But
I mean, I don't. You know what? I honestly, since we here, man, I don't even want to go from here and go into anything else.
Oh,
you know
no,
what I'm
listen,
saying? Like,
I
let's stay kind of where, like, in the mental space, because
I was gonna go, and this is the thing too, and I was about to hit on another mental aspect of it, not so dark as suicide.
Yeah.
But the Tory Lanez thing, I wasn't even gonna look at it at like, because a lot of people laugh at it, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because I look at how like Tory Lanez is guilty. I don't know. I will be the first one to tell you.
Right.
I think me and May have both said this.
Yeah.
We weren't there.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Wasn't there.
We could just
So
go
I
by.
can't
We
tell
can
you.
give an analysis of like what we think might happen.
Right.
But we ain't gonna sit here and say we know for a fact.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how like we condemn people, right? Meg Stallion, she's a fucking liar. What's the name is guilty. Dog, Chris Brown still can't perform at certain damn places.
Yeah.
Because of his incident with Rihanna, which had to be a good minute ago, right?
Yeah.
Good minute ago.
Time.
But they'll make a TV show about Blueface and his old
Crazy.
chick.
Yeah.
They'll make a TV show.
Yeah.
And we've like all seen videos of the domestic violence. Mm-hmm. We've all seen it.
Yeah, they will demise us for the trauma that we somehow caused to ourselves or went through, but then turn around and promote it as well.
Promote it. And the thing is it's like, and I already know the name of this episode. It's triggers. I'm gonna call it triggers though, because literally we all have mental triggers, and it's so crazy to me how like we have double standards at the same time, and like it just so like mental health, dog, is like, I don't think people realize how much of it plays in all of our lives.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Every single thing, like all this shit is like always like playing a part, no matter what. I was talking to my mom today. Bro, I told her, like, dog, being raised by a single mother, who knows how that affected me? What if I was raised with two parents in my household?
Yeah.
But then there's some people who have two family households who grow up in a terrible situation. So it's like we all have these situations that dictate and make us who we are. Mm-hmm. And it skews our brains into thinking of how we think. So to me, I feel like we have to start consuming like more. You know, it's cool to have some jokes. Have fun, you know. We do it a lot.
Oh yeah,
we have fun.
Hey, listen.
You know, we hey,
don't get it twisted. We serious right now, but like next episode it's gonna be out the chain.
Hey,
next
listen,
episode, all right.
Next episode, it's before Christmas, so we gotta list our top albums, top shit, flops. Top 10 worst things.
Yeah, I might as well take this one to heart because we gonna wrap back to the shits after this episode.
So we gonna get at it, but at the same time, I don't think our content is stuff that's gonna dumb down shit and make you like a worse person. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're always here to have the conversations that nobody wants to have. You know, so because of our personalities, we gonna always find the fun or the funny in certain things. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, but like we are here to have the difficult conversations at the end of the day. You know. And have them freely, and not have judgment on nobody after we have them. But did you have anything else to say about that? Shit, man, that situation. No,
we can hold off on it, and we'll get in it when we have like a whole bunch of time, right? But I wanted to, like I say, I want to stay in this space. And I hate that we had a little bit more time.
Let me hear what you got.
But all right, so I was having a conversation, man, with a good friend who been like really kind of been engaged in a lot of different thoughts, positive thoughts lately, in me, and put me in a better mental space. And they said something very interesting that's kind of been like weighing on them in a way. This person is an amazing person, man. And what they were saying is, how do you find ways to kind of take time to pour back into yourself, right? Like, kind of when you kind of feel like you don't feel like the value or what you're kind of putting into other people, whether it's romantic or any kind of relationship. Like when you're a person who's kind of like a giver, like, but you haven't really found a way to put it back into yourself. Like, because it's important. And, you know, I went to try to do a little research and I haven't found answers, but everybody always say that it's like you have to pour into yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. But if you don't know how to pour into yourself, how do you do it?
This is a perfect question for me because that's me. Like, I think I might have told you this. Like, the one time I just like start crying because I realized like damn, like I am a lot for a lot of other people, right?
Yeah.
But by all means, I'm not like the most successful motherfucker out there, right?
Yeah.
But in some of the circles I am in, I am.
Right.
So it's like, who do I get advice from? Outside, like who calls me and gives me advice? Of course, like I have like colleagues that I can get advice from, but who like cares about me? They give me advice because I can get advice from like strangers.
Yeah.
But like who do I call? And not only for advice, like who do I call when I'm like going through some shit? Because a lot of people call me like, damn dog, I had a damn terrible day or I did this, and it's like, okay, cool. And then when because I hate to say this, but and I tell this to everybody, when certain things change, the more money you make. The more money you make, your lifestyle changes in the sense of like certain things are just regular for you. Like going to the grocery store. Like because my whole family's so big, when we spend $500 at the grocery store, dog, some people be like, what? Like, why would you spend so much money at the grocery store when you could spend $200 and go to Walmart and shit like that? And then you realize like, well, you get what you pay for, but you don't realize that till you have money and you realize that, damn, I'm buying this one thing 20 times. If I would have bought the damn one that was expensive the first time and spent a little extra money, I'll still have it. Well, now that I have money, I have those thoughts, so I buy the first thing once. Well, the thing is some of the people that I talk to a lot, they're not in the same situation I'm in. They either not married, they don't have a family, they don't like, nothing is like exactly like mine. So it's like, they can't even relate to my lifestyle.
Right.
They don't relate to my lifestyle at all. They be like, oh, what? You going out of the country? Like, and I'm not even saying like, I don't be calling them, like, I don't want no advice like, should I go to Bali or should I go to Indonesia? Like, I just don't know what to choose. Like, which word, like, I think those are the same places. I'm sorry if I'm just saying their names. But I'm not saying shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like on some real shit when I be like, damn, my wife is acting crazy. Damn, my kids, they won't stop saying my name. Like, dog, the nigga at work, dog, they telling me like, hey, nigga, you due for promotion. And I'm like, bro, I can't accept that. They want to pay me A, B, and C, but I think I'm worth this. Like, a lot of people ain't equipped to handle that. They be like, well, shit, dog, I ain't married. Oh, shit, dog, I don't got kids. Oh, shit, damn, dog, take $2. And the thing is, like, $2, like, I can't take that. Like, and they don't know the inner workings of how my job works. It's like, so it's like, damn, it is hard to get something from other people. So I end up being the guy, and the person I got to ask to come to is people that I don't even fucking know. They're complete strangers. They don't give a damn about me. Right. So it's like, damn, what do I do? And on top of that, me and you are kind of like the same person in the sense of, like, we don't need much.
Right.
We go to the basketball court. Yeah. We go to the gym, and we can play, like, get on a game or something. And me, I don't even have video games because I'm just not into video games. Right. So literally, they ain't shit for me to do. Yeah. So a lot of times, like my brother said, dog, his friends are his kids. And I'm in the same situation where I'd be like, but I got friends outside of my kids. Yeah. But a lot of times, though, I'm home. Yeah. Like, I'm literally, when y'all call me, where am I at? I'm at home or work, period. Yeah. Nothing else. So it's like you say, what do I fucking do? And that's why I found this podcast. This literally podcast, I hate to say this because it might sound sad, but this podcast gives me so much.
Yeah, it's been a while since we said this, and we said this in a lot of our early episodes when we kind of started seeing what we were getting from it when we started doing it. Because I didn't really know what we were getting from it when we, I was just, oh, this is my dog. Yeah. Hey, I listen to a lot of podcasts. It kind of be cool to kind of experiment. Then as we started really kind of getting in our flow and started sitting down, not having anything to talk about, and then end up having these 2 to 3 hour conversations just come out of nowhere.
Don't even with it. I remember when we first started, we was like, we're gonna play in conversation. We ain't playing not one thing.
Not one conversation, and it became therapy in a way. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So the way you ended up pouring back into yourself when you maybe felt empty to a degree this is what did it for you.
Yeah, because it's I think what people are missing is human connection. And this is as human as you're going to get in front of each other. A lot of people, when they have conversation, it's not human interaction. It's through some type of device. Me and you have these devices in between us, but we're having real conversation in front of each other. So it doesn't feel like, it's kind of like when you say, when we do phone calls, it don't feel right.
Yeah.
Because it don't.
I don't even want to do them.
Yeah, we don't even do them. We literally done stop doing it, and we're like, if I'm going for a month, we'll just get back to it because this is what makes this podcast a phone conversation. Just sounds like we just having a phone conversation.
Right.
So my whole thing is, I think a lot of people, if we start doing this communication thing with people and having genuine conversations, I think, I'm not gonna say it's for everybody,
right?
But I think for a lot of people, human interaction, not through a TV, not through a headset, through a real life fucking person, talking to them, having these type of conversations is gonna, I'm not gonna say, because I'm not even gonna sit here and say I'm 100% full, but it helps. It helps me from saying like, damn dog, like I'm like, my mom used to always tell me, and my mom would say this, and I never looked at it like this, but maybe I was stressed because I don't do anything. Like literally, to me, and my wife used to get mad at me because she want to go out, and when she said let's go out and do something fun, I would say something that we needed to do. So I would say, okay, yeah, let's go to Home Depot. Because like we need to go to Home Depot. What's name? Right. So we'll make it like a thing that we do. And she's like, no, I want to go out to eat. I want to go out. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, yo, just, and I told her this too. And just being with you and present is fun to me.
Right.
Like having that interaction is fun. Like to me, I feel like what makes a relationship isn't the things y'all go do. It's you guys doing the things. So like you go out to eat with anybody. You go to damn Top Golf with anybody. Yeah. But when you do it with that person and you guys are doing it together, that's what makes it. So my wife don't realize, for me, not for her, but for me, that like we go do some yard work. But if I'm doing it with you and we're talking while we're doing it, it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna help fill me because I'm like, hey, I'm doing this with my wife and we're conversation. Right. Now, if we then fucking go to a club, that's not intimate at all. We going to a lounge, we might be sitting next to each other, but we ain't having to. Have you ever seen somebody have like a deep conversation in the club? Like, hey,
ain't no way you can do it, bro. Like,
But
right.
Damn, what do you think about like nobody's gonna do that? People gonna be like,
right. Yeah. So like in a sense, so and these answers will be different for everybody. For me, that's crazy. Because when I was having a conversation with this person, I didn't ever even put myself in the position, because this person, they're building themselves up, right? Okay. And they're in a good spot now. But like I never thought to put myself in the position because
you feel like
I was trying to help them find their way. And I had never been asked that question before. So now I'm being asked that question. Shit. Damn, man. And I say for me, it's definitely hard to think about it right away, because when you're so simple. But I think for me, it's kind of having my aspirations of definitely this pod, and then pouring back into what I do musically.
Gotcha.
You know, so it's kind of like I think one of the answers right away is, in order to pour back into yourself, you definitely have to do things that make you happy. Right? So, and you can't be afraid of those things. Even if, like, musically, like, yeah, I'm a performer again, and I'm on the stages and I'm getting opportunities, small opportunities. I don't want y'all to think right now y'all finna see me on BET tomorrow or anything. I mean, you never know, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, don't BET. I'm sorry, BET. You'll get that though. We'll get you there though.
But like, you know, this year, and it's been revealing in a lot of ways for me, because when you such like a chill person that's like in your low maintenance, you kind of go through life and you don't really, I'm good, man. I'm just chilling. I'm at the crib, you know what I'm saying? I don't need much. I just like to laugh. I like to play the game a little bit here and there. But when you start to kind of get back into doing things and start to see like, hey, this is making me happy, it's kind of actually bringing opportunity to me in a way. It's something that I'm working on. I realize that sometimes I forget that I am at heart a creative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but getting back in this space and realizing that, it's like, oh shit, this is what I am. This is kind of like what I kind of look forward to. So doing the music, doing the podcast, and always looking forward to what's next with each of those things that I'm doing. So with that being said, I definitely, one of the answers right away is whatever you love, you know, get back to doing that.
You know what's so crazy though? And I will tell you, because me and you know, we both simple guys, right? Sometimes it's hard to find what you love. Yeah.
And I was going to say, and that's the thing about you. Like, I'm pretty sure you didn't know you was going to be loving this shit like you did. You know what I'm saying?
I know I like talking, and I like talking to people. So I know I like that. But like, for instance, we're clearly doing it for the love of this.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not gonna lie, because it's not like we're not one of those people that been doing this and bam, snap. Woo,
yeah,
skyrocket.
exactly.
Like, we literally still trying to grind it out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep on
from
doing
the
it.
bottom.
Like, we legit doing it, and we even said this from the beginning. Like, bro, we don't care how many views we get. Let's keep on doing it because it's like therapeutic.
Yeah.
So for me, this is good, but like I say, I'm not gonna say this 100% fills me up, because
no. Yeah. This definitely is just like
like a little
one thing, like, because this is the thing you have to. Because I say, if it kind of like you're lucky, like you're a lucky person, and like we kind of had this in a roundabout way. This is something that I kind of got from a conversation that I had with Sherm. It's like, you can have all the motivation in the world, but like sometimes you don't even know what you love to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, like, you're lucky to know what you love or what you're passionate about. You can be somebody who has like a lot of drive, and it's like you just don't know what to put it into. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're lucky enough to find that, or to know what it is that you're incredible at, just go all the way at that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out here just don't know.
Yeah. And I still feel like that sometimes. I feel like, damn, like, because I'm not gonna lie, if you would have asked me right now, what's one, because I've said this on the podcast 100 times. You and my wife are two of the most gifted people I know. I'm like, y'all lucky, because you guys actually have a talent that's like, people they could see it or they could feel it. They could what's name. Whereas my talent is like, I'm good at thinking. Like, legit, I'm good at coming up with ideas. I'm like, remember the idea I had for I'm good at coming up with like stuff that like, I'm a creative, but I'm a creative in the sense in thought. Like
Gotcha.
I'll think of something like, bro, this would be dope. Dog, you should try this. But for myself, nigga, thoughts. I can't throw thought. I can throw thoughts out there, but
Right.
what is that gonna do for it? Because and
Like
that's why.
how do you make it tangible?
How do you How do you offer thoughts? And the thing is my thoughts are dope in the sense of, honestly, this fills me up. This is why I say. This is why I was gonna say this is like a little snack, but it's not, because there's so many aspects to doing this. Like you have the actual pod, which takes us an hour to 2 hours. We do it. We used to do it for 3 hours, right? We do it once a week. But also the editing process, sometimes that can be fun and hard at the same time. But when we have a finished product, looking at that, because before, remember, I couldn't even listen. Remember, I used to tell you I used to edit the videos, not even watch the damn fucking thing. I used to never go through it. I just trim it, in this, attach it, put it on. I couldn't look. Now I can listen, looking at myself, and I can say, okay, I gotta fix this speech pattern. I say this a lot, or I mumble a lot. I gotta speak clearer. Okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And then we got a comment the other day. In the comment, the dude kind of like he like kind of agreed with what a thought I had, right? So I'm like, oh, so there are niggas who think like this. Or niggas who now he said something else that I was like, okay, well, but you was on track with like what I was thinking.
Right.
But he just took it a step further.
Yeah, which no judgment. No judgment. You know what I'm saying?
We there with you. We there with you, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same type of. I know. I feel you.
Y'all was on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Certain degrees.
Just,
yeah.
You know, but the thing is though, having somebody like my thoughts or agree with my thoughts is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little dope, because like, okay, it's not only me feeling this way. And the thing is, for me, I used to tell my wife, I want people to think like me. No, I don't want people to think like me. I just worded it wrong. I just want to know that people have the same thoughts as me. Yeah. So I don't want to feel like I'm just this damn. I'm not Kanye West. Kanye West.
We're like, listen, and this is where it's good to be able to go back and trace. Now, remember, like in a lot of episodes, you used to be like, man, maybe I'm just the only nigga that think like this.
Yeah,
you done said that a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
So like, that's kind of cool to see that come back in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember I told you I used to think like I was like Kanye West, but then I look back and I look at Kanye West, and Kanye West thinks that he's the only one to come up with these thoughts. Period.
Yeah.
He's the only one having these thoughts.
Yeah.
Where me is, I don't think I want to be the guy who has his own thoughts. Yeah. I just want to see, hey, do y'all ever feel like this and only know how to express it, or like it's just me?
Right.
Oh, see, I knew some people wasn't. Now there's some things that I do think that people don't think like, and I be like, I'm thinking out the box, but I don't want to force that on you. I just want you to be like, damn, I do feel that way. I don't want you to be like, never thought about that. He's right. I just want to say, hey, look, you know what? Damn. I've been feeling the same way and never really thought to even think that way. But shit, he done gave me a new perspective and shit.
Yeah.
He might be on to something.
Right.
But for me to be like, I'm the first one to ever come up with this thought and shit, I don't want that shit no more. And I used to think like that. So like I say, with this, it's even growth in doing this shit. Yeah. So for me, I feel like this, it centers me in a way. And it also makes me feel, it definitely is feeling. Definitely feeling. And even having this conversation with you about your kids and your situation, even you sending me too, because I know like for instance about the damn dog, the shit, the last episode with the dog, and you was like, no, not the dog, the death. Yeah, the dog died. You were saying like, well, damn dog, you don't want your workers to then be crying on the goddamn fucking job and shit, and then fucking tearing up because I wouldn't give them a day off. And I was like,
gotcha.
Well, I never thought about that. You may be right. Right. Because me, I used to be like, nah, nigga, you can't get your dog didn't die. F that damn dog. Get back to damn work. Now you told me, you put it out there like, hey, well shit, dog, they'll come to work. But shit, nigga, they break down, start crying. Yeah. Nigga, what you gonna do then?
Right.
So my whole thing is, even having a conversation with you changes my mindset in the sense of like, okay, yeah, maybe I am too far leaning this damn fucking way. Right. I need to reel myself back in a little bit, because sometimes like logic tells me to do, hey, nigga, jump over here.
Yeah.
Whereas nigga, you gotta sprinkle a little emotion
you
in
gotta
there.
have a little emotion in there,
bit.
man.
Hey, I can't just be a damn fucking dictator.
Right. See, and that's why like this podcast is so dope, man. Because like even and listen, like I say, we be stupid and we have jokes. It was a lot of jokes in that segment of that topic when we talked about that.
Yeah,
but it was progress in it as well. You know what I'm saying? So we here to have those conversations, and I really wish we had more time because this was like,
you know what's so crazy is I like the length of this episode for what this is.
Yeah,
because I think I want to get across on this episode is that we are serious and we can be serious, and this is a serious subject. So, because I ain't gonna lie, I think if we go any longer, them jokes gonna start flying. Bro.
Yeah, listen, they coming, man.
Them jokes will start flying,
but,
and we're like, hey.
I would guess, man, like for people, man, like, you know, like sometimes if you're a person, and obviously when you have families, you definitely have to take a lot of time from yourself to really put into everything that's around you. And then sometimes you just want the appreciation to be, you want it to feel like it's known and it's reciprocated to a degree, man. But just hopefully you're lucky enough to find things that make you happy so that you can pour it back into yourself. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, like they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. But at the same time, it is good for the people around you to, you know, sometimes it's just wanting to be known, to be appreciated. Okay. About your efforts, about what you're putting into your families, or if it's your friends. So it's not a clear-cut answer all the way, man. And as the supervillains, man, we just had to have the conversation to try to figure out. We'll probably table it and then get back to a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You know, but hey, this was a good episode, bro.
No, yeah.
I know it's a little short, man. I wish we could have a couple 10 to 20 more minutes to put back in it, man. But hey, this is hey, y'all take this. Y'all give us y'all thoughts about, you know,
share, like. Look, I want to see them likes go up, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cause we see the views.
Yeah, man. The comments and all that, man.
Share, comment.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know y'all thoughts on, like, you know, the Twitch situation, suicide in general, the sensitivities of it from being selfishness, or is, you know, whatever you think about it.
And let us know.
Let us know. Let us know, man.
If we're too insensitive, let us know.
Because we're here to have the conversations. There's no judgment. If you've had any dealings or anything with suicidal thoughts, or if you're strong enough to talk about it, we need the people that have been through these things so that we can deeper go into these topics and really flesh them out and try to help people. Because we're here to try to get the answers, man, to these topics that nobody want to talk about. Even the ability to find time to pour back in yourself when you're someone that's a nurturer, when you're someone that pours into a lot of people.
A lot of mothers and fathers too. I just wanted to point that out before we leave. That I think we also need to start checking more on people who are so, like, for instance, I'm pretty sure you deal with this, because I know I deal with it. Because of me being in a family and being the head of a family and trying to make sure everything goes right, sometimes the family takes precedence so much that you forget about it. You get lost in your family. You get lost in being a father, and you forget to be like yourself. Exactly. So sometimes I get in daddy mode. I'm so in touch in daddy mode. And me and my wife had a counselor one time and told us that, like, hey, look, we need to set aside time outside of being parents, because we're always parents and we're never husband and wife.
I seen something that was very interesting from one of my Facebook friends, and they were pretty, like, the question was kind of posed where, is it your kids? Your kids come first? That's like, nah, I come first. Because if I'm not right, how can I do anything for them?
Nah, you know? And that's true.
You know, and like at first when you see it, it's like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
Nah, if your mental ain't right, that's what I always tell people all the time. Like, you have to come first. You have to put yourself. I tell my mom this probably every other damn day. Put yourself. I know you have grandkids. I know you love them. But if you're not there, if you die of a heart attack,
right.
How you gonna help anybody now? You dead.
Right.
So my whole thing is I understand that sentiment like to the 100th degree, because I'm always saying, hey, look, put yourself first, because if you're not right,
yeah.
If you drop dead of a heart attack of a stroke,
right,
because you damn worried about everybody else,
yeah,
who you helping then?
All right. So villains, man, remember, don't be afraid to put yourself first, man. Especially if you're someone that's a nurturer and you're like a natural giver. You're like a natural pour into people, man. Don't be afraid to take that time to take care of yourself. And so on that note, man, y'all remember, even if you're a villain, you're a hero to someone.